Today on What's That Pen, we're going to be looking at a kid's pen. How well will this one work for brush lettering? My name is Amanda Arneill and I teach hand lettering and art here on YouTube and also on my own platform, amandaarneill.com, with full lessons, tutorials, and online courses. Now, normally when I do these What's That Pen videos, I've never used the pen before. They're brand new, they've just come in. Whereas this set that we're looking at today is one that I purchased when I first started to go outside of the box and try new pens. And the reason I think I kept buying more and more pens was because I had really good results with this pen set and I still love it, so I wanted to share it with you today. This set is from France, so it has a French name. Thank you very much. I am not good at French, but it's from BIC Kids, and in France, or the French copy, it's called a Visaquarelle pen, but we don't typically use this word so much over here. It just means that it is a water-based ink, so you can do the watercolor effects with the pens. So these are approximately $12 or so on Amazon, and there are 10 pens in the pack, though I've lost the purple, so in my pack there's 9. There's also a 20 pack of pens for about $18, which pushes it below $1 per pen. So with the water-based ink, it also has all of these things that are great down here for kids. It's washable and it won't dry out even if the cap is off for a month, which to me is mind-boggling. I don't know what sort of magical qualities these have, and I also haven't tested it out. One thing about these pens that it also says on the front is that they have bright, vibrant colors, so let's put that to the test and see exactly how these pens work. So I'm not so sure if these ones are acid-free, but let's dive into the nibs. So it has a felt nib, which means that you want to use it on the correct type of paper, and it's also a brush nib. Now, though the nib looks really, really large, the actual flexible brush part is just right here, pretty much at the tip. Let's do our upstrokes and downstrokes to see the size difference. And you can get a relatively thin upstroke compared to how thick those downstrokes are. So our thick lines are quite thick, and I love this pink color. It's so beautiful and juicy looking. And our thin lines going up, they're not the thinnest lines ever, but compared to the size of the thick, they're pretty thin. And you could also still really feel the paper in the tip of the pen for those upstrokes, which means it's much easier to keep control over your upstrokes. Let's look at our nib rebound. So going up and down without shifting that pen. And then if you look at it, you can see that there's slight flex, but that's really being picky. It's very much still shaped like that original brush. So the nib rebound on this is actually very good. And that nib rebound is important because the better it rebounds, the less you're going to have to turn your pen and always be monitoring the way that the pen tip is pushed to the side, and it will also give you much more consistent upstrokes and downstrokes over the length of a piece. Now, because it has such a large downstroke, you do need to scale up your writing quite large as well. For juiciness, let's color in our cup here and smudge. Okay, I really thought there would be more than that. So it looks really, really juicy. There's a lot of color put down on the page, but it's not wet. So that means that it won't smear nearly as easily. So I'm gonna say that while it's got the appearance and the feel of a wet pen, it's more on the dry, regular side for how much it smudges, making it sort of the best of both worlds in that way. And that's surprising too for the fact that it is a water-based marker. Often those are a little bit wetter and can result in more smudging. So for your ease of transition, how easy is it to go from an upstroke to a downstroke and back to an upstroke? Wow. I haven't actually used these pens in a while. I just know that I like them, but now doing these tests, I can see why. That transition was so incredibly easy. If you look at it, you can see that it's a smooth transition on the inside to where it gets thick, and it's a smooth transition on the outside, and more importantly, back the other way as well, from your downstroke to your upstroke. It's a beautiful smooth curve on the inside and a beautiful smooth curve on the outside. I'm gonna say on a scale of yay, okay, nay, or no way, this is like over the top yay. That was so easy, and I wasn't even going slow. We don't have many pens that get a yay transition ease. Like I said, I knew I liked these pens, but I didn't know exactly why because I hadn't done the tests. Now, based on the fact that these are about $1 per pen, sometimes they are out of stock, so that's the only downside to them. These have juicy colors, a nice thick or thin, great nib rebound. They are super easy to transition from your upstrokes to downstrokes. So if you are in the market for a larger size brush pen, this is hands down a pack that you should get. It might even be a good sub for those other larger size brush pens that are a little bit more difficult to control. You probably know which ones I'm talking about. So check out these ones instead and see what beautiful pieces you can create. Getting those perfect transitions will make your lettering look amazing. Make sure you don't miss a single one of these pen reviews and other tutorials for how to use your brush pens to their best and fullest potential. In order to not miss one, subscribe right now so that you get notifications for every single new video that comes out so that your brush lettering can go to the next level.